Hello, Senior Vice President of the company. As you know, I'm the Director of Marketing for the marketing our vehicles of our car manufacturing company. I know you've called me into your office today because you want to discuss the revival of the 2022 model of one of our more popular models in recent history, the Brawny. I am going to give you a 6 step marketing plan of how I think that we should revive the car model and integrate it back into society as one of the more successful models that will be driving on the streets. First, I want to establish the target market of the company. I think the target market for this new model should be newer and younger generations like millennials and Gen Z, for example, because the newer generations like them, they are more keen to the all electric aspect that the car is going to be. They like the being more economic friendly than older generations, so they really like the electric capability of it. Older generations are more keen to sticking to gas and normal engine cars because that's just what they're used to. And new another reason why we need to target to newer generations because of the past history of the car, the past safety issues, and the past economic issues that it's faced that actually caused the downfall in back in 2010. Secondly, the differences from the old target market and the new target market. Old, we targeted more ex-military and big, um, brawny men, ironically, because the vehicle was very big and very bulky and was kind of inspired by military vehicles and was for a working man to where if he didn't want to get a truck and he wanted to have some style, he could get the brawny and he could do all his work in a day. And the new target market, how that's different is we're not just targeting to ex-military men. We can target to younger generation men and women because the car is going to be more economic friendly. It's going to be electric, and it's going to be smaller and fix a lot of issues that the previous one had. So it can fit in garages and parking spaces. It can be more friendly to anyone. So people living in the suburbs in a city or people living out in the country, anyone can buy the Brawny and be happy with it. Number three, a few strategies that I think we should use to promote it is we really need to stress all of the differences that the new model is going to have compared to the old model. We need to show that we have fixed all the problems that people had that led to the downfall of the car itself. We need to speak of all the safety features about the seat belts and the airbags to how they work and how we've done countless testing to prove that they have worked. And we can release that testing document so people will believe that. We need to talk about, or we need to stress the fact that it is an all electric vehicle now. It's not going to use gas anymore, so it's going to have a way better mile per gallon because it's going to be electric and you can charge it whenever you want. So you don't have to worry about running out of gas or spending more money on gas. You actually will save money and save the economy. And the next point is the risks that we need to be careful about in the marketing plan. We need to be careful that we can't push too hard because people do remember the past and they will remember the past Brawny and all of the problems it had with it and how it didn't really work out in the economy. And after 11 years, it got taken off the production line because of all of the safety issues and economic issues it had. And we need to be aware that making the vehicle all electric and only electric models is going to be difficult to sell more because electric cars are fairly new in society and not too many people are on board with them or fully backed behind them yet. Number five, the differences from in today's market compared to the older market of the older Brownie. The newer market, it's good because the newer market does not know of the past mistakes or has a less chance to know of the past mistakes that the car had. So they are more willing to buy it because they trust in it and don't know any better. But it's bad if they're a loyal customer who had the past Brawny or they have a relative who had the past Brawny and they know of the past mistakes that we had with it. Um, Number six, how and when to notify the dealers and manufacturers that will be selling the new 2022 model of the Brawny. How I think it would be efficient to type out a mass produced email that will go to all of the car dealerships and companies that we want to have the new model of the Brawny on their production line and to sell at their dealerships. And when I think that we should notify the other dealerships in the summer of this year, 2021, in the beginning of June, so that they have half a year to, I guess, hype it up and to notify the public of when the car is going to drop in probably late December 2021 or early January 2022. We could also use social media, like make on our website or on TV commercials or phone ads to market the new model of the Brawny, to show how it's better than the old Brawny, how we fixed everything to it. We just really need to stress how this model is way better than the last one, so we get people to buy it. Um, Another thing is the we can also market to loyal customers who had the old Brawny, so people that aren't in the main target market of newer generations. People who had the old Brawny might have had problems with it, but really liked the car because it was so successful despite all the problems it had. So if we can prove to them that this one is like the old Brawny but way better, then they will definitely be on board, and we can have a lot more customers that way. Thank you, Senior Vice President, for inviting me to your office to discuss my marketing plan. I really hope our new model of the Brawny sells well and is more successful than the past one.